a person tell me before, like, do you really want to live in this jail? And I couldn't quite grasp what he was saying to me. And he said, look around. They have you in a cell block with bricks. And that's the way the neighborhood is built. It's like the size of a cell block with bricks. That was my thought when I first moved into housing. How am I gonna get out of this? I talk about this story a lot, and my daughter hates when I talk about it, but my daughter literally almost been killed 3 times by living in the projects. And it was nothing to the people around. My daughter has been in the middle of crossfires 3 times. And I couldn't imagine walking out that door and seeing her laying on that ground. I grew up on Patterson Park, and that was still a voucher program. And after that, I moved out on my own, and my first place was High. So my first place was High with 19 with 2 children, and I got evicted. And after being evicted, that was the worst feeling in the world when you have kids and you don't know where you're going to live at. So I signed up for low-income housing. After that, I signed up for public housing. And when I did the low-income housing, I lived on Shields Place, which is in West Baltimore. My experience on Shields Place was like no other. I had a beer bottle thrown through my window. They could have killed my son if he laid on that bed that night. I had my yard set on fire. We basically was almost like a prisoner in our home because we couldn't go outside. I mean, I know that you have to go through the steps in life, you have to go to get where you had to get, but I wouldn't wish nobody to have to live in a project. I just wouldn't wish it. You live in your house and not outside. So that's how you raise your kids in the projects. And you try to keep them busy, because if you don't keep them busy, they'll get caught up in the things that's going on in the neighborhoods there. So keep your kids busy, find stuff for y'all to do, and don't fall victim to what you see outside your door. And after that, I received a call stating that I can move to East Baltimore, which they call PVG. It's a rebuilt project. And that was pretty decent. You do have some good people in the projects. Not everyone is good, but my next thought was, how am I going to get out of this? And I had a coworker tell me, oh, you should sign up for MBQ. It's a great program, and you can get a nice home. And I was like, girl, whatever. I'm not getting out this project. I'm gonna be here forever. You see these people been here 20 years. So 2 years after that, I said, you know what? I gotta do something. And I signed up, and it was amazing to me how fast MBQ responded. I think that's one of my biggest fears, is having to return. That's not a place that I choose to go and visit, not forgetting where I came from, but just only remembering why I left. Freedom. I think as a mother and a single mother, it's not easy raising children on your own, but you want to at least give them that chance. And not saying because you live in those neighborhoods you won't have a chance to become something, but the chances are way more greater elsewhere. Being here makes you want more. It makes you like, wow, if they bought one of those homes, I could buy a $200,000 home too. So yes, that's what I want to do. Now that I'm out here, my oldest is 15 now. So by the time she turns 18, my youngest will be getting a little bit older. I plan on going back to school to receive my RN. After that, then I want to go back through the program again, because the program also helps you buy homes. And hopefully I will have one of those homes down the street. I expect to see them doing a lot better than I started out thinking as a young mother. My family wasn't even raised in the projects. So education always been a big thing in my family. And I knew that I had to get myself together. I knew that I cannot end up like everyone I'm seeing. I had to get myself together, and being that my kids, I'm all that my kids have, I have to show them something different, because if I don't show them something different, they're gonna follow what I did. You walk outside your door and everybody's happy, they're jolly. Versus living in those neighborhoods, you walk outside your door and you hear more bad news than anything else. I think this program should be expanded because it gives everybody hope. This program is really amazing and can really help save lives of a lot of people. It can save the life of that single mother who's trying to raise sons on her own, keeping them in activities but afraid to let them go outside. Starting over is having another chance, because when you're down there, you feel, I say down there because it's like being down. It's like, it's so hard to describe. It's like being stuck. Because to know that your kids can't go outside and play in their own yard, to know that you work hard for this car that you got sitting in front of your door, and that a kid could just say, you know, F you, go in the house. Starting over is, I'm ready for a new beginning. This is a new chapter in my life. And I'm gonna take it for all that it got. I'm gonna drive this train until the wheels fall off of it, because I don't plan on going back.